Yeah, he's looking.
Do I need a mic for you now? Sorry.
I know, it's free for you. I know it's from me out there. Still get all my good sides. All your sides are good sides. My backside. So, I've been in quite a lot of plays over the years. I didn't quite like doing it. It's always a bit of buzz with the style. Yeah, this is the bit.
So, welcome to Sangha Night.
She's behind
this
you.
This is an unusual Sangha Night, as you can see from the shrine behind me, the stage behind me. So I'm going to just make a few announcements about events that are upcoming over the coming weeks. And then I'll set the scene with the theme. And then we've got an unusual Sangha Night, which I'll say more about in a moment. So just to let you know about a few events. So coming up soon, actually I didn't write down the date of the urban retreat.
25th.
Thank you. The 25th of March. I wrote down the time but not the date. So it's a Saturday. And what we're going to do is, as a Sangha, so it's a Saturday. Oh no, it isn't.
Oh yes, it is.
We're already getting into pantomime mode. So there's an urban retreat coming up, and the urban retreat originated in Sheffield. And what we do is we work out ways that we can modify our day-to-day conditions, our daily life, to bring some of the benefits of being on retreat into our daily life. And it's a very, very powerful thing if you've never done it before, just to see how making small changes to your day-to-day life, just introducing a bit more awareness or a bit more ethics or a bit more meditation. And it really shows you how you can be creative and make changes in your life. And we're going to support each other to do that as a Sangha for a week. For a whole week, we'll be on retreat in our day-to-day lives. Usually we go away to a retreat centre to be on retreat, and this time it's going to be an urban retreat in our homes, in our workplaces, in our whatever we're doing in the week. And it starts with a day retreat here at the Buddhist Centre, Saturday the 25th of March. So if you want to be on the urban retreat, very important that you come to that day retreat, and very important that helpful if you book a place via the website so we get a sense of the numbers of people coming onto that. It concludes with on the Sunday afternoon a kind of closing event where we'll look back at what we've learned from that week of practice, and also there'll be events happening during the week. But then it'll be kicked off with the day retreat on the Saturday, 10:30. Please book a place. And what we'll do is look at how you can make small changes to your ethical life, to meditation, and also how you can buddy up with other people in the Sangha to be in touch during the week to support each other. So I highly recommend the urban retreat, and do book a place. Okay, a couple of other things. So we've got a great friend of our Buddhist Centre, Padma Vajra. He's called the president of our centre, but it's more true to say he's just a great friend of our centre, very senior order member. And he visits twice a year to Sheffield and teaches at a lot of the classes, meets up with lots of people. And he's going to be here at Sangha Night on Tuesday, the 4th of April. So I think that's maybe a couple of weeks away. And basically, come to Sangha Night. Come to Sangha Night anyway, but that night, come to Sangha Night and hear Padma Vajra communicate the Dharma, because it's very special to hear him communicate the Dharma. And then the Sunday, the 9th of April, the following Sunday, Padma Vajra will be leading us in a festival to Dr. Ambedkar. Dr. Ambedkar is he's considered to be a bodhisattva by Indian Buddhists. He's a very, very significant figure, maybe one of the most significant Buddhists of the last century. And we're going to hear more about him on the festival for Dr. Ambedkar on Sunday the 9th. We're also going to hear from some of our Sangha have just come back from a pilgrimage to India, and they're going to be speaking about their experience, sharing some of their experience of going to India, what it's like, what Buddhism is like today in India, what it's like to visit the pilgrimage sites in India. So that's going to be really inspiring. Hear more about the importance of Dr. Ambedkar. So there are three things: urban retreat, Padma Vajra's talk, and then the Ambedkar Day Festival, Sunday the 9th. Okay. And then this evening, as I said, Sangha Night is unusual this evening. We're going to have some of our Sangha friends have been working hard, writing and rehearsing a play for us, a drama. So we're going to have some of the themes we've encountered, some of the ideas we've encountered during the series. We're going to encounter in a play / pantomime / drama, which some of our Sangha friends are going to perform for us. So we can relax and enjoy that. And we talk about the Dharma needs to touch our minds, it also needs to touch our depths, and we need to enjoy it as well. So we can have fun, we can enjoy ourselves, and just hear some of these ideas communicated, expressed in a different way. So I'm going to give a brief history lesson of Buddhism in 5 minutes, just to set the scene. In case you've missed any of the sessions so far, we've been looking at Buddhist wisdom from the time of the Buddha and throughout history, really, some key Buddhist thinkers and teachers. So we heard, it's called Wisdom Beyond Words, the series. So at the very outset of the series, we heard about the Buddha's enlightenment, and he had an experience that radically transformed him and transformed the world, but he couldn't put into words. It was beyond words. His experience was beyond words. He likened it to waking up from a dream. And he also had a vision of just a response of compassion, seeing all living beings as like lotuses growing. And he saw some of the lotuses, if they just communicated some teaching, some concepts, they would get what they would see, what he would see. It helped them to grow so that they could see what he had seen. So Buddhism started with the Buddha as tools in a way, ideas as tools, help us to navigate life, but also to transform us, to change us, so that we could grow and see what the Buddha saw. And we heard about key concepts of the 3 lakshanas, the 3 marks of reality. In a way you could summarize it as that the Buddha taught, this is important, the Buddha taught that people asked the Buddha, is it true to say that things exist? And he said, no, that's not true. And then they asked him, well, is it true to say that things don't exist? And he said, well, that's not true either. But there's a middle way between things existing and not existing. And that's basically experiences arising and passing, this flow of experiences arising and passing. And that's what's left. When it's not true to say that things definitely exist, and it's not true to say that things don't exist. And we've been exploring how these themes got developed, these ideas got developed throughout Buddhist history. There was, fast forwarding several hundred years, Buddhists had got tied up in wrong ideas, and they were starting to take the tools of the Buddha as literally true, and that there were dharmas, that list of dharmas actually existed, and Buddhism had got kind of fossilized. It needed to be broken out of that. So along came what some people call the second Buddha, Nagarjuna, and they say he turned the Dharma, the wheel of the Dharma, for the second time, and broke Buddhism out of that. And he taught emptiness. Nagarjuna taught emptiness. All the ideas that Buddhism had, Nagarjuna used logic to say that they were empty, and that left emptiness, which was both magical but also could be taken the wrong way. We heard about how people could misuse that idea of emptiness and take it to mean, well, nothing exists, which the Buddha said that's not true either. So all the time, Buddhism's kind of seesawing between falling into these wrong views of things exist, nothing exists. And in the middle is the middle way. We heard last week, Panyu Hidayat told us about what some people call the third turning of the wheel of the Dharma, a Sangha, a famous teacher called a Sangha. And he emphasized that the mind as being central. So we have a view in our current society of matter. Matter is what's important. Matter is what comes first. And Panyu Hidayat challenged that last week, said actually mind is central. And this is what the Buddha taught as well, that our experiences are produced and led by our mind. And So we also heard about a Sangha's vision of Maitreya. He'd been meditating, wanting to see Maitreya. And it was when he saw a dog infested with maggots and tried to take the maggots out of the dog. as safely as possible. A Sangha, Maitreya appeared to a Sangha and said, because of I was there all the time, but you couldn't see me until you developed compassion. So the teachings of a Sangha of mind, things being mind-made and mind coming first, depended on the state of compassion, the inner state of compassion. Okay, so not a very good history lesson of Buddhism in 5 minutes, but these are some of the things we've been following. The Buddha's teachings, we've heard about Nagarjuna's teachings on emptiness, and we've heard about a Sangha's teaching of mind only. And yeah, it was a danger if we only, well, in a way, it's a danger for us that we just get caught up in these ideas and they don't really change us very much. So every now and then we need to shake things up. We heard about how these Buddhist teachers came along and just shook Buddhism up and did something a bit different. So tonight we're going to shake things up and do something very different, which is we're going to hear more about these stories in the form of a play, a drama. I'm looking forward to it. I'll sit down.
It's time to get busy.
Great. Let's have a cup of tea.
No, wait, we've got an important job to do.
Yeah? So let's have a cup of tea first.
No, I've looked at the list. They want us to put some shelves up. It's a big job.
Well, let's definitely have a cup of tea first.
No, wait. They want the shelves up in the cellar underneath the Great Hall.
Impossible.
Can't be impossible. See, it's on the list.
Well, let's have a cup of tea first.
It says someone's got to go down into the cellar and do a reconnaissance of what's there.
No, we need to have a meeting about this.
Why?
When asked to do something impossible, it's time to have a meeting.
Make a pot of tea.
Yeah. Well, why don't we just go and do it?
Impossible.
Why?
Well, don't you know there's a strange demon living down there?
Is there?
Yeah. Once I went down there and I could feel the bristles of my hair standing on end.
Ooh, I definitely need a cup of tea.
So who's brave enough to go down there?
Hello? Is there anybody down here? Funny. I feel the presence of something strange, but there can't be a demon down here. There's no such things as demons dressed in black. That's just an old story. It's just an old cellar. Dark maybe, cold maybe, but bleakness does not a demon make, not in my book. Hello? Who said that? Oh, just imagine it. There can't be anybody else down here with me.
Hello, hello,
There's that voice again.
as the spider said to the fly.
There's definitely somebody down here. Who's there? Over here? Over here?
I'm here!
Who are you?
Sure, hang on. Something evil.
Oh, come off it.
No, you're in my power. You've no hope. You can't resist. You've fallen into my web of sheer evil. You're toast. Shortly to become lunch.
Nonsense.
Try moving.
Hey, I can't move a limb.
That's because I've thrown around my evil embrace, and you can't escape.
What will you do with me?
Eat you. I hope you taste good.
Well, I think eating me's a bit much. This is a Buddhist centre. We don't eat each other, not even on the tea break.
Actually, I wasn't being quite accurate. That's because I have in mind something far worse, far worse, as your doomed, inevitable fate.
Oh, I'm glad you're not going to eat me. I was getting worried.
I'm not going to eat your flesh. I'm after your mind.
Now hold on a minute.
Very shortly, my evil assistant will strap you to my infernal machine, which will turn your world to mush.
Oh, this is not supposed to be happening.
But it is!
Who gave you permission to do this? My mind is mine, and you're not having it.
Not once I strap you into the reality machine.
The reality machine? What's that?
It's a machine that uses logic to blow your mind. When I've strapped you in, I'll bonk you on the head with my highly sophisticated Majamika headbanging device.
You wouldn't dare.
Why wouldn't I? I'm frightened of nothing.
But look out there. There's people watching you. This is Sheffield Buddhist Centre, and nobody bonks anybody on the head around here.
Think who you're talking to. I'm infinite mistress of infinite emptiness, and I can vamoose into Shunyata anyone and anything I don't want hanging around. And I shall start by pulverizing you into emptiness.
I object.
Who are you to object?
Well, I'm me.
Well, I've got news for you. You're just a heap of conditioning factors, transiently saying hello to each other, and the next instant saying, bye-bye, must be off now. Just like the buzz of impermanence on your mobile. Time to be insubstantial as hell. Come to think of it. Let's get a bit of hell going right now, just for you.
I still object.
You can't object. You're empty. Entirely empty.
I'm me. I've been myself since I was knee-high.
Oh, I've got news for you. You, my little duck, have never been anything anytime, ever.
But I am me. Feel this arm. See, it's my arm. It's part of me.
It's empty. It's not yours. It's a mere temporary congregation of whimsical transients that a mere whiff of days, hours, years will dissolve quite away.
Well, I've an essence. At least I think I do.
You'd better think again.
Why?
You're not long on this planet, and you haven't seen what my hammer can do.
You're really going to hit me with that?
Yeah,
You wouldn't dare. There's always people watching.
they don't exist. They're empty. And anyway, they're all on my side because they're all evil demons.
Well, that's just how it appears to you.
They're all empty.
I'm going to ask them.
Of course he is. Makes no difference. They're empty. And you're empty, and asking them is perfectly pointless, as it's perfectly empty.
Well, are you evil demons?
Don't pay any attention. They don't exist. Nobody exists. The whole is empty. The entire universe is empty.
Well, they seem to exist to me. Didn't you hear them just now?
Ask them. Listen to all that emptiness shouting right back at you.
Do you exist?
No.
Yes, you heard them. They make plenty of racket, they do.
The answer was only more emptiness, echoing the emptiness of emptiness. Emptiness, emptiness, emptiness.
Ouch, that hurts.
No, it didn't. You don't exist either, and I can prove it.
Oh, that doesn't make any sense.
Yes, it does. You see, nothing ever makes sense, because since beginningless time, not one thing has ever existed.
Ouch!
Was there any effect from my action?
There certainly was. Everybody saw it. And my head hurts.
Can you identify a single result?
Yeah, you hit me. And
No, I
everybody
didn't.
saw.
I didn't, sorry.
Oh, you hit me! And everybody saw.
I can show you how mistaken you are.
I know what you did, and everybody saw.
Who are these people?
People.
Did any of these people arise by themselves, or did they arise out of many causes and conditions?
Many causes and conditions.
If they rose dependent on conditions, are they existing independently?
Dependent on conditions.
Does something dependent exist independently?
No.
So they don't exist. Yes, you all think you exist, you fools. But I'll come round to each and every one of you with my sophisticated Majamika hammer, thank you, and show you just what a despicable bunch of emptiness you all are. This isn't a performance, you know. This is for real. It's reality. You're just imagining you're in some pantomime. But that's your delusion. This is real. And you know what?
What?
What's real is empty.
I wish you wouldn't laugh like that.
Who are you to object? It's just a puppet show. I bet some nonsensical emptiness right here wrote the whole absurd script, and they're just following it like the stupid, contemptible idiots they are.
I don't think you should speak to me or to them like that.
Why not? They're not here. They're empty, and no essence was involved. It's mere conventional truth.
Oh, you can't get out of it like that.
In the end, what happened was the arising of phenomena, and nothing can ever be said about phenomena.
I don't believe you.
If you're so convinced, try asking them again.
I'm not hallucinating. Do you actually exist?
Yes!
Well, they seem pretty convinced. I think it's a pretty convincing answer. It was loud and clear to me.
That won't stop me cranking up the machine. In the pursuit of truth, I dare do
anything. Oh, ouch! This is going too far. Stop it.
Stop what?
Stop what you're doing.
But I'm not doing anything. It's all emptiness. All things are by nature empty. So how can anything happen to anyone if there's nothing there in the first place? Ouch, ouch.
Ouch! Ouch! You nasty person, you! That hurts! This Majamika's driving me crazy.
You are neither going crazy nor staying sane.
Why?
Nothing has any further identifiable characteristics.
Something's up, I can tell. There is a Sangha. What's up? Remember that disciple of yours called Shamar? A shady character, there was one. Well, with great potential as I remember. She's into something nasty. Oh dear. I don't hope she would have quit that by now. What is she up to?
She's invented an infernal machine that perverts her own version of your teachings.
Oh dear. You don't be fired of that?
What?
Where is she now?
She's skulking somewhere underground.
Is she too ashamed of herself to show her face in the daylight?
She's found herself a secret haven.
Where's that?
Northwest of Jaguar Beaver.
Ooh, what's there?
The Sheffield Buddhist Centre.
How miraculous. Why did she go there?
Because, as I think, she wants to find out about love. She just hasn't realised it yet.
Oh. She wants to be friends with the snake rather than picking up the wrong way all the time. Well, what's she doing?
Wishing.
Oh, well, unfortunate. What do you suggest we do?
Our general focus have a word with God.
Oh, big friends.
Why are you going to wish it? Plunging into hell? Great fun.
So what hell are we going to say?
The terrible dungeon of the
I think I've heard of this place. A demon nearby, hell once mentioned it to me. It's a very dark, dank, mysterious place where even demons think twice before entering.
You're not far, are you?
Not one bit.
So let's go.
Well, wait. What's that we're going to do when we get there?
Simply reveal the true meaning of emptiness to everyone who needs it.
Oh, so we're going to be very kind, very affectionate, and show everybody the true heart behind emptiness.
Yes, but we're going to have to roll up our sleeves and use it at a time and very sacrifice.
Agreed. Let's go straight away.
Wait, there's more.
Gets worse.
Yes, she's got a victim crawling in her talons, and he stopped her.
What's she doing to them?
She wants to eat his brains.
Well, we can do how to fix up with it. Alright, let's go to Sheffield Buddhist Centre and help them put proper emphasis on the map.
Some people think them snakes by the wrong end. It's a very silly thing to do. Better to make friends with the snake in the first place. Oh, come on now, what's going on here?
Oh, it's you. I see you brought your snakes with you.
It's me,
I remember you.
and I remember you. Up to your old tricks, I see.
None of your business.
Oh, but it is.
You can't stop me sucking out the brains of this poor victim.
I will.
My interpretation of emptiness is invincible.
But it's wrong.
It isn't.
It is.
It isn't.
So, what is emptiness, according to you, exactly?
Emptiness is total absence of everything, the annihilation of everything, the ultimate black hole at the centre of my heart, into which everything disappears and disappears forever.
What about enlightenment?
That is enlightenment. A great black hole that swallows everything. It will swallow everything till there's nothing left.
And what's in the centre of your heart?
A great black hole corresponding to the great blackness of everything. Utter meaninglessness. Utter pointlessness. The final heat death of the universe. Utter futility. Utter absence, negation, blackness, the quintessence of nothingness, the mother of all absence, the father of all annihilation, the end of the universe, the end of everything, doomsday, Armageddon, Ragnarok, the ultimate kaboom, and everything blown to smithereens. The universe is burning, 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 and it will burn itself away until there's nothing left. Don't you just love it? Ha, 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 ha!
Looks like you've got it bad, my friend.
I'm nobody's friend.
In Bodhisattva land, you haven't a choice of that.
I'm against everybody, and I've emptiness on my side.
I'm your friend.
No, you're not. I won't have it.
I am, and I'll show you.
You're empty. I'm empty. The world's empty. The universe is empty. That's what it says in the Heart Sutra.
I don't think you've caught the spirit of this right. Are you sure you're right?
I'm absolutely right. It says so there in the Heart Sutra. Totally right, utterly right. And I've got wrenches and screws and torture apparatus and my highly sophisticated hammer to prove it.
No, wait a minute.
Look, I'll get you. Hang on, sorry.
Yeah, look.
Now, wait a minute.
Now, wait a minute.
Look, I'll get you in the infernal metaphysical reality machine and you'll see my point, but you'll have to wait your turn.
Why?
Because there's somebody already in there.
Help! Help! Please, will you save me?
You can't be saved if you don't exist.
But you're forgetting conventional truth.
There's no conventional truth when I pull out my absolute pulverizer. I'll pulverize until there's not a single shred of him left. And I won't have done anything wrong because he never existed in the first place.
And that's what I've come about. Unstrap that poor victim immediately. This can't be allowed to carry on a minute longer in the Sheffield Buddhist Centre.
Only in terms of conventional reality. In terms of absolute reality, it's an infinite, heartless void.
Steady on. Steady on now. I've got a little bit of your line.
Oh, yeah. All things are by nature void, and void is void, and evermore shall be so.
I think you've got the wrong end of the stick here.
This is the dungeon of the Sheffield Buddhist Centre. This is my territory. This is where I rule. It's empty. I'm empty. It's empty. I'm supreme mistress of the unarisen.
My tree has no boundaries. It extends everywhere.
Not here.
It does.
This is the very heart of emptiness down here in the pit. You can't do a thing.
I can.
You can't.
I can.
You can't.
No, but I can.
You can't.
I can.
We added one in there.
Oh, I've been told so many times that I don't exist. I'm starting to believe it.
Please, can I be released from this pit?
Yeah.
No!
Can I really?
No!
Ooh! Wow! Oh, what a relief! I've been having some terrible nightmares. With this great big black emptiness, like a huge mouth with infinite teeth that swallowed the entire universe and crunched it and scrunched it and bunched it with emptiness and then swallowed it, and everything disappeared, including me.
It's okay, you're safe.
No, it's okay now.
It's okay now, you're safe.
It's okay now.
It's okay now.
No, it's not. This fellow has got a glimpse of ultimate reality, and you busybody bodhisattva have to interfere and spoil all my hard work.
I think we better fetch your Sangha. This one's got a maggot in her brain. He'll know what to do.
Oh, you rescued any maggots lately?
Well, not since my prayer, but
I'm not listening to you. I don't want love. I want emptiness.
why is that?
Once I'm utterly empty, and everything is reduced to emptiness, I can control the entire universe.
Well, things depend on conditions. When the proper conditions are set in place, the results will follow them.
Yes, and the result is I smash everything and smash everyone to the ground. No origins, no results, no time, no space, no nothing.
But you're missing the vital ingredient.
All you need is emptiness.
The Bodhisattva still gives his gift of love.
Emptiness. La, 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 la,
I think you've got
emptiness,
yourself in a sort of
emptiness,
groove.
emptiness. There's nothing. Nothing exists.
I think what you need is a dose of the Paratantra. Things do appear.
There's nothing.
These people
Nothing.
here are nothing. Come on, help me. Are you nothing?
You lot, you're all deluded. There's just an empty vacuum out there. Since nothing, no concepts can express it, it's all a gigantic void.
Well, I agree, there's no adequate concept, but there is still not nothing. What might be something is that the world of appearances that arise and pass in accordance with the operation of karma and the situation that karma generates, that exists.
What did the Buddha see? What did he actually see? Tell me that. If you show me what the Buddha saw, then maybe I'll come round to your point of view.
Well, in the perfected state, he didn't see a great big nothing.
What did he see?
He saw that the entire realm existed out of causes and conditions.
Isn't that all empty?
Not if you admit karma, not if you admit causes and conditions.
There's no ground to walk on.
Well, take a step.
No.
Take a step.
No.
Come on, take a step. I dare
you. Like this.
Yes. Now, was there something to take your foot?
Suppose so.
Well, if you accept there is ground to walk on, there can be transformation.
How can there be transformation?
Karma arises and is resolved. Karma is only resolved if you have a way of relating to what is arising. So what arises is beyond words and concepts, yet something does arise. And it's there for you to relate to.
It's empty.
There is something to relate to.
There's nobody.
There are people here to relate to, with every appearance of being here. You're all here, are you not?
Yes.
And didn't you arise independent on cause and conditions?
Yes.
And that means no mean demon has the right to bash you all on the head one by one. Come on, you must agree with me. Tell her you won't stand for it. Shout a great big yes.
Yes!
They seem convinced. How about you?
Is it possible to exist without running around bashing the brains out of every sentient being I come across.
Well, I think you can relate to them a bit more nicely. There's relative relating, when done with Maitri, that's absolutely great.
Is it empty?
It's relatively real and absolutely beneficial.
Did the Buddha do this?
Well, he did.
On the night of his enlightenment?
Well, we can say he saw causes and conditions and responded with love.
An historic moment.
A dreamer woke up to the true nature of the dream.
Oh, it's all so simple.
It would be if we could free ourselves from all our contrivances, like the infernal reality machine of yours.
All right. Sign me up for the intro course. Do you take demons?
We take anyone.
I mean, really dark, evil, shadowy demons like me?
We don't ask anyone to leave, unless you really misbehave.
I'm turning over a new leaf.
Well, that's great.
But I've been such an evil character for 3 whole kalpas. Can you deal with me?
Yeah.
Well, we deal with all sorts. Just say after me.
What? Have you got some infernal contraptions? Well, I thought we'd done with that.
Just repeat after me.
What?
I can change.
I can change.
Yes.
I can change.
Yes, you can change.
I can change.
Yes.
You mean I'm not fixed?
Yep. You can change.
But I've been a total blob. The darkest stain on the face of the universe.
Well, you can still change that.
Angulimala was a Sunday school teacher compared to me. I mean, before his conversion.
So what makes you think you're any different?
He just collected fingers. But look, I was evil enough to annihilate whole universes into black holes of total emptiness.
Well, you can still change.
Can I?
Yes. And which way would you want to go?
Up. Towards the light.
Great. Shall I book you on to the next intro course?
Well, can my evil assistant come too?
Yeah, she can come along.
Will you meet us and go with us?
Of course I will.
Can I have another hug? I could get a taste for this.
Sure. And it's another kind of emptiness.
What sort of emptiness?
An emptiness of self and other. Emptiness with nothing standing in the way of mutual self-transcendence.
Can I have another hug on Wednesday?
Sure.
See you then.
The